Take these screws out on top, use a T25 socket. Underneath here, there's a couple Phillips head screws. Take both of those out. Now there's two clips up here. Just take a straight blade screwdriver, push on those clips on both sides, and grab the grill, and just slide it out. Comes out forward. Take these two screws out, use a T30 socket. Now underneath here, we're going to take out these screws right here and all along the front lower of the bumper. Use a T25 socket or adapter. There's screws on the side that we need to remove. If you need to remove the tire, you can, but you don't necessarily have to. Use a T20 socket. Take these screws out. Now you can pull this away, and there's another screw right there. Use the same T20 socket. Take that out. Do the same on the other side. Before we take this off, you want to disconnect this marker light right here. There's a little push tab that you can push in from the inside. You'll see it once I pop it out. Just push in on that and it slides out. And just grab that, slide that out. And there is going to be a wire connected that you want to take that off the bumper. Well, it's not connected on this side, so you're good there. Then just grab the bumper cover, and just slide it forward. And it slides off. Disconnect the connector right here. There is a little tab that you can push down on to release it, and then slide it out. Push down on this tab, and that releases it. Use a T25 socket, remove this screw right here. And this one right here, and there's another one under here. Now grab the light, and you have to rotate it just slightly. You might have to tip it down a little. Underneath this piece right here gets in the way, it gets caught right there. So if you tip that out of the way, you can slide it right out. On the back side of the light, you can take this off. This is just for shipping purposes. And there's a couple wire ties right here. Just use some cutters. Take that off. And cut that one off as well. This can be thrown away. To remove the bulb, disconnect the connector first. Just slide it off like that. There's a little tab right here. Just slide this out of the way. Then you can pull the bulb out. Make sure you don't touch it with your hands or use gloves. This is an H7 bulb. It's always a good idea to replace these. They may come with test bulbs. And slide that in position. Make sure that tab is lined up right there. Slide the lock on, and then connect the connector. The cover, it is labeled where the top is. Slide it in position and twist it to the right. You can take this cover off to access the high beam and the daytime running light. Pretty much the same process. Disconnect the connector first. There's a little tab. Slides to the left. Grab the bulb, and it slides right out. This is an H7 bulb also, and to reinstall it, it's pretty much the same procedure. Just line the tab up. It's kind of hard to see. Make sure you don't touch the bulb again. Wear gloves. That lined up, and the wire's out of the way. And rotate the clip down. And push it down underneath the retainer. Just like that. Then you can plug it in. This other bulb, you can pull that out. You can twist it slightly to make it easier. Then grab the bulb and just slide it out. And this is a 194 bulb. Put a new one in. Same way. Line it up with the hole and push it in. And you can put the cover on. And there's one more bulb right here. Just twist to the left. This is for your blinker bulb or your turn signal bulb. And push down, twist to the left, and it slides out. And this is a 21W amber bulb. And line this up, lock it down. And it only goes on one way. Slide it in and twist to the right. The adjustments for the headlight are right there and right there. After you're done the job, you want to make the adjustments with a Phillips head screwdriver or an Allen key. Now we can line this up. Just kind of slide it in kind of like this. Make sure this is underneath here. And rotate it. You may have to make adjustments for these adjusters right here. Just using a 19mm socket. It's a good idea to compare them to the old one and make it as close as the old one. Same with right here. It's easiest to loosen them up, and then when it's lined up, tighten it if you need to. Now we'll get the top part lined up, get this bolt started, and put the other two bolts in. Once they're all in, then you can snug them down. Just make sure this is lined up. Plug the connector in. You might have to flip it upside down and lock it in place. Now I take the bumper cover and just slide it in position. Just get both sides lined up. Pushes in pretty easy. Make sure you take this bulb and socket, push that through there. Just connect this, line that up, and slide this underneath here, and carefully lock this into place. Now you can take this screw, get this started. Snug that up and put these other screws in. Snug those all up. Do the same on the other side. Underneath, line the screws up. and snug them down. Now install these 2 screws and tighten these down. Now line the grille up. And slide it into position. Make sure these locks are locked in. And take the 2 screws, put these in up top. And over here. The 2 screws that go in underneath here, put those in and tighten them down. And snug it up.
This is going to be a general tutorial on how to aim your brand new TRQ headlamp assemblies. Okay, so looking at your brand new TRQ headlamp assembly, you're going to see where your low beam is, and you'll see a little dot right in the center. And that is the access point, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to mark that with an erasable marker, just so it's easier to see. Next, what we need to do is measure from the level ground up to this point and take note of that measurement. Now we're just going to pull the car up to our wall. On our vehicle, we remember that the measurement was 28 inches for our access point. Your vehicle may be different, but that's where I'm going to put this tape, just above that 28 inches. We'll do the same on the other side. Okay, so let's just back the vehicle up, straight back 25 feet from the wall. And now that we moved our vehicle 25 feet back from the wall, we're going to start with our measurement here. That's where the headlamp center is. We're going to go down 4 inches on the driver's side. On the passenger side, we have our line here. What we need to do is go down 2 inches. To adjust the driver's side, we're going to cover our passenger side headlamp. If you look at the back side of your headlamp assembly, you're going to see something that looks like this. This is the adjustment. Some of these headlight assemblies have 1, 2, or even more of them, but you should at least have 1. This is how we're going to adjust the headlight beam. Now we're going to lower the top part of the beam down to just below this line. When you turn the adjustment to the right, it brings the beam up, and if you turn it to the left, it'll bring the headlight beam down. And this is this way on most vehicles. Let's continue on to doing the passenger side. All right, we properly aligned our TRQ headlamp assemblies. Okay, and on the quality TRQ headlamps for a pickup truck, the procedure is going to be the same. You're going to find your center dot, mark it, and then you'll measure from the level ground up to your dot. So once your headlamps are properly adjusted, it'll be time to adjust your fog lamps. You'll notice on the driver's side, the focal point is all the way at the bottom right now. I would like to bring it up so it meets up with approximately the bottom of the focal point of the headlight. Some fog lamps have an adjuster, others don't. The ones that do have an adjuster, you would just turn the adjustment to the left or to the right to adjust the beam up and down to where it needs to be. Now with your TRQ headlamps and fog lamps properly aligned, you can drive down the road safely.